No, I thought our bullpen wasn't capable of being any worse than it was in the past week, but this game happened, and this game was just, I feel like for me, maybe the last straw in the playoff hopes. It just displayed all of our problems this year. The bullpen and, just, this game is just almost like ridiculous to me how the A's were not capable of finishing it off. So yeah, the A's, they basically came into Toronto, had a pretty quick start with a 2-0 lead, and they eventually had an 8-2 lead at one point, and they lost 11-10, which goes to show that, they weren't, I mean, the bullpen just wasn't prepared for the Blue Jays team, and obviously a walk-off home run by Marcus Semien, the former A's player. Like, look at that metaphor. A former A's player that we weren't really willing to re-sign hit a walk-off homer against us, and in a comeback fashion, too, not just any old, homer. This guy, Marcus Semien, too. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, the A's came up with a quick, easy start to the game. Matt Chapman 2-run double in the top of the first inning, 2-0 A's pretty quick. Brought in Josh Harrison and Marte, which was good. However, Teoscar Hernandez in the bottom of the fourth tied the game up with one swing with a 2-run homer off Shamanaya. Besides that, though, Shamanaya did pretty good. I believe he went 7 innings and only allowed those 2 runs, which is not bad. Matt Olson got a 2-run double down the right field line, and that scored in Harrison in another run, and that made it 4-2, which is great. So the A's, just like that, had the lead. Tony Kemp, who's been hitting great lately, hit a 2-run homer to right field. So the A's are pretty much increased their lead by 2 again, and they're up 6-2. Great homer for Kemp to opposite field. But Matt Chapman had an RBI opportunity again, RBI single up the middle, so 7-2. He had a great game hitting wise. Tony Kemp got an RBI single, so another RBI for him, 8-2. And then finally, this is where everything fell apart after the A's had the 8-2 lead. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Got the Jays on the board again with a single, 8-3. Then with the bases loaded, Petit walked Kirk, and it makes it 8-4. Then Gurriel gets a game-tying grand slam. I mean, that's just crazy. That one inning, they get 6 runs. I mean, that is just unreal, And who's to blame? Lou Trevino for loading the bases, and then Yusmeiro Petit for allowing it to happen. Actually pitching allowing the grand slam to be hit. Mark Canha, I thought, was our saving grace. In the top of the 9th inning, he hit a go-ahead 2-run homer down the left field line, which I was like, oh my God, let's go. We're going to win this. Little did I know, they would get, the Jays would get 2 hits to start the bottom of the 9th, and Marcus Semien crushed a ball to left field, and they won 11-10. And, what also sucks is, literally every team we needed to lose in the wild card scope of things, they all won. I mean, it's horrible. And our bullpen isn't getting any better. I mean, I thought, at least Trevino would maybe be able to get out of the game. Maybe Petit would be able to stop the bleeding. But no, it's not what happened. And it's horrible. I mean, 11-10, it's all an ownership issue at the end of the day as well. I've seen a lot of people saying, it's really an ownership issue because, if we kept Marcus Semien, we wouldn't have some of these issues. If we kept Liam Hendriks, we wouldn't have some of these issues. I mean, we don't really have a formal closer like we did in past years. So it's all an ownership issue at the end of the day, but, we're mad about the team because they're just not playing good baseball down the stretch like this. And, when the A's could be up 15-0 and it's still not a safe lead. That's my fear. It's just, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Play the Blue Jays again next, and 11-10 final. Let me know your thoughts. See you guys later. Go A's.